Hey guys, we are going to talk about Canva organization today. Yeah, if you're anything like me, Canva has been a mess for a long time, but that was until last year when I had Brenda Cadman give me a presentation for my summit that I organized, and I really learned a lot from her. One of the things she said was, try and get out of your uploads folder. We tend to just upload everything. Get into the habit from the beginning of putting things into folders so that everything has got a place. So I would say definitely for the last year, I've really been trying to do that, right? So if you click on projects, that is where your folder. And just make sure every time you're creating something that you put it in that folder, and that'll just help you get more organized. And the less main folders you have, the better, right? So I'm just going to show you, this is what I've got, right? Um, I'm going to do a clean out now, which is why I've got archive here. I didn't really have it before. And I think it's a good idea to put things there that you're not sure if you want to throw them away or not. Events. So I organized with a friend of mine, Nelson Mandela Content Creators. Everything related to that event is over there. And yeah, I've got digital products over here, which is, I put stuff there, but it is a bit of a mess. Summits that I've organized are all over there. Blogs are here. ESL is here. Everything to do with my son, Nikki, things like party invites or anything that he's done for school. And I think there are more, they're just not in the folder. Images, really nice images of me have landed up there, and I've got social media here. So as a blogger, I've got a lot of things going on. I'm not just a teacher, I'm also a blogger, and I do a lot of social media. So, that's kind of how things have happened. I think another thing I've learned from her as well is try and give specific names to things. And I think I've got a lot of work to do, right? So if I go to ESL at the moment, what I've done is group them under specific platforms. For me, that is actually the easiest way to figure things out. So for over here, Enjoy English, and this, because I've only done it in the last 6 months, I've kept it quite organized. Everything to do with the Oxford Learning Tree, Biff and Chip and all of those, it's everything, those notes over there. And then I've also done a lesson on Winnie the Witch and Dragon Masters there, so I've done extra notes on that, and this was a nice class and background that I created. This is a mess and I need to sort it out, but I think what I'm going to do is put it in levels, right? You can see there's phonics 2, so all the phonics 2 must go together, and phonics 1 must go together, and yeah, so, this is really a mess, but I need to sort it out, but at least I know that everything from this company is over here. And I also do have the links on another piece of paper, so all is not lost. It does look like a mess. And then Scholar, I've got one student who has been doing quite an advanced level of things like, e-signs and white paper and, all sorts of things, website building and all that sort of stuff. So we always use Canva, and then what I do is I share it with him, and then we do it during the lesson. So that's quite advanced, and just his stuff is sitting there, and we work on it together. So that's that. Bright Champs, what is this now? Yeah, that was I was working with him. So sorry, it's got two names. I should actually just put them. Can I put that there? No. Oh, what do you know? It's done that. Yeah. Yeah, Scholar got renamed as Bright Champs, and I think that's where the confusion came in. So anyway, yeah. And then, blogs. What have I got here? I've got English. You see, I've got nothing in here because I didn't used to categorize them. So I have to now sit through everything and pop them in these places. This one I've done, it's very recent, so I have been categorizing it. I've got graphics, everything from Eb Gargana. This woman is amazing from productive blogging. She's got a lot of material, stuff that I bought from her. Templates, YouTube covers. This is very, I can use this again and again. Free items for the list. Okay, so you guys get the idea. So what we are going to start doing now is, this sort of three things process. You're either going to keep it, or you're going to archive it, or you're going to delete it. Okay, so let's just have a look here. I don't really know your projects. So we can figure out what is not in a folder, Here we go, things that aren't in folders. I mean, this is blank, it can be deleted, right? Let's move this down there, move to trash. Oh, this was so nice that I've done for my my little kids in the corner, but so funny. I think it's too difficult for them. Raindrops on roses and whiskers on kittens. And I try to do this with them, and guys, it just didn't land. But I have not given up on it. We have to move it to a folder. Biscuit Ascension. Come on, why is it not there? Alright, let's just scroll up and down. It'll be in here anyway. And the same, doe, a deer, a female. I haven't tried this on them yet. Do you guys think it will work? These guys are a tough crowd, so I think they're about 8 years old. Okay, here we go. This is also Bright Champs. I was doing it with him. So because we're both working on the document together, can't really delete it. And this was a website. He is so into football, so we did this. Bright Champs, there we go. This was something I did for blogging. It was a competition. You could win a thing with Bluey. Should we just put it under SM on blogs? I almost feel like it needs a subfolder here. Instagram. What the heck is this about me? I have to look at it and see. I don't know what this is. Shall we just move it to Online Teacher Toolkit and figure it out later? This is also Ascension. Okay, so you get the idea. I'm going to continue doing this to try and put everything in the right place. Okay, but the idea is you review and rename everything just so that you can find it easier, right? Try and think of these folders almost like a website design. You don't want to have too many. You can have up to 10 levels deep, apparently. So, it's all going to be under your main thing. And then you can batch organize, move them into folders. And then you just maintain them for about 10 minutes a day. So for instance, I'm going to try and do a few at a time so you can see what I mean by batch organize. Like this. This is Biff and Chip. This is Biff and Chip. This is Biff and Chip. Alright, and that is also Biff and Chip. We are going to move it to Biff and Chip. Yeah, so that's how you do more than one at a time, guys. So I've got a lot to do here. I've got a lot to move around, but it's really going to help me when I'm looking for things, if I can find them again, that's for sure. And I think it's important just to keep going, just 10-15 minutes a week. You know, just take the time to put things into folder and your life will be a lot more easier and organized. Thank you for watching.